Yo guys, this is DoD FireFox with a Hades Ares aggressive build order against Chasing the Sun, who is almost a 1900 opponent who's really strong on Atlanten. And he plays other civs too, but I think Oranos is his main. And I think this build order here, the Ares aggression build order, is one of the best build orders that you can do against Atlanten right now. It's also decent against Norse, especially against Freyr, because Freyr is very infantry focused, and Ares aggression gives us the possibility to play with Hypnotists in the classical age. Spirit order can also be done against Chinese, because Chinese the Hippicon are very good against Pioneers, and upgraded Cyclops will smash anything that Chinese can do in the classical age. Wouldn't probably advise this type of build against Greek or Egyptians, but in all other cases it could be viable, or it definitely is viable. It definitely is against Atlanten though. Okay, so if you want to get an exact build order, you can go to the basic Ares build by DoD FireFox and Husksuppe. It's basically the same standard build, so you put the first 3 on gold and 1 on wood, then 4 on food, then you try to get 3 on wood first, then 3 on the temple, then you go 1 on food and 1 on the temple, but this time around, since the temple and the food source are so close to each other, I actually put 4 on the temple faster, so I collect the 15 favor for Vault of Rebus a bit earlier, and then I can switch those 3 villages here to the food source and keep 1 braying. So I will do this now. Now we build until we have 10 on food, and then we will distribute a couple more villagers. And this is basically the same build order that I have shown in the other build order video, but this time around we have a bit of a different villager distribution. So let's have a look at our villager distribution when going to classic, I should say. Now looking at our opponent, has very nice vision on the map, some nice relics. This one buffs archers. This one makes you go to the next age faster, and he's grabbing it. So let's go back, because we want to do a build order video. We put 1 more villager out, so for a total of 17 villagers. And now the distribution will be as followed. You put 8 on food, you put 4 on wood, 3 on gold, and 2 on favor. So this is actually pretty easy to memorize. 8, 4, 3, 2. You keep the 2 braying villages as builders, so you don't interrupt the food gathering of the quote-unquote more important resources, or the more basic resources, let's say. And now we move those 8 to a hunt spot nearby, and soon the Ajax will grab a relic and then go to defend this. And as you see, we have no economy ups yet. We first want to prioritize doing some aggression. Now get this food source here, get this food spot. And once we hit classic, we will build a stable and a barrack with both the brayers. And we put the next 3 villagers on food, so that we have 11 on food, because this build is very food intense. And now you can also only get Achilles, the riding hero. And you could also start with 2 stables, but I play a lot against this guy, and he loves Momillo open. So I want to upgrade the Sword of Fear here first, so that I can fast build Hypnotists, which counter infantry. So now our Achilles is out, and he waits for the first Hippicon. And now they go on a little raiding squad. And here we have the upgrade running for hypnotists. So basically what you want to do, you want to, either on one stable or two stable, have a fast raiding unit with Achilles and a couple Hippican, and you wanna raid the Atlantan and kind of force them to build either Momillo or Catapultis. And once he does the tech switch to them, you switch yourself to Hypnotist and Cyclops, upgraded Cyclops. So now I try to, I built here a couple units, because I don't have any vision yet on what the Oranos is doing. I check for the town centers, I check the outside resource spots, I see he's here on the hunt, so I try to chase him away. We idle these villagers for a while, this is also pretty decent. We go up here, found another villager. Now the army pops out and chases us away. But still a win, because these villagers weren't working the whole time. Now there's a shockwave to protect this villager, which is a win for us. And since the Oranos has hero villagers, he's ahead in villages. But remember, we always have the Vault of Erebus ticking. And now we built actually 5 more villages in food instead of 3, which is also okay. And then we switch to gold. Now take this down. And now we are running the upgrades. Our husbandry is still running, and the other 2 upgrades are researched. And we are just kind of like containing the Oranos, trying to find out where he is, and then going into army later. So first get the upgrades now. It kind of depends, obviously, on different factors. Like if you get pushed hard in by your opponent, then maybe it would be better to build more army yourself. But as of currently, we got all the economy upgrades, and we are not building any more Hippicans. You see, like 5 to 10 are definitely enough, unless the opponent builds a lot of Hero Ballista. But then you maybe want to go heroic and get Pelters anyway. Now we... oh my god, I think one villager died to a food source here. This was probably the low one from up here. It's very unfortunate for chasing the sun. Now he's raiding us here on our food spot. And we send an Hypnotist, but we lose definitely one villager. And now we go for a little attack on the spot. And soon drop Pestilence. First of all, to get vision on his whole base. And to also deny the towers and the buildings. So the towers won't shoot for the duration, and the buildings will upgrade or build units slower. And now we move in, cause trouble. Like, even if you don't get a villager kill, just idling them here is big if you don't lose too much. But we actually managed to kill at least 2 villagers. So that's big. It's actually a win. And now this villager escapes, but I keep 1 Cyclop here, because I try to sneak it. I fight against him in order to keep him busy, and then I try to sneak this away. And this is a mistake, he pops it back out. Probably was unintentional. My strategy worked, but it maybe shouldn't have, I don't know. And then we chase him in here, so we put a lot of aggression down. But as you see, so I'm running the medium infantry upgrade and the Cyclop upgrade, because I'm yet not sure whether I have to mass out army soon and fight against a big wave, or if my opponent is maybe doing the same as I and plays very slow and tries to see where the game takes him. So I think in these type of situations, taking a second town center is actually a mistake. As you can see in our home base, we are still 4 on wood. We never changed that distribution, and I think that's honestly the best. So we only have 6 on gold, so 8.5 at Vault of Erebus. We now add more on favor so we can mass out Cyclops later, but our main villager distribution is still on food. Now we go up to Aphrodite, and even though you can also go up to Artemis, Apollon, I think Aphrodite is pretty cool because we know around minute 10 to 11, most non-Hades civs have to move out of their gold mine, and then we kind of make a big fight at the second gold mine. That's at least the idea behind it. But I'm not building any more units because I'm thinking, if he gives me just a slow game like this, where I think he's probably trying to get to Thea and get a lot of Contarius, if he gives me so much time now because he's contained in space, because I was hunting like very uninterrupted, unless this little raid here. So I'm ahead in economy. So I'm thinking maybe I can go Mystic behind this. So this 2000 resources could also be army right now. Now we cast Curse. We fight this spot. I probably should just focus this down instead of like playing cat and mouse with his Sheer Ballista. That's well done by him though. Now we put down a fortress here in our second gold mine. And we're still on one town center. So the cool thing about going Mystic with Hephaestus here is that we currently have not researched one military upgrade. You can also see the military upgrades on our heroes. So we have not researched one upgrade in the armory. So if we go Hephaestus, we get if you get the Hephaestus upgrade where military upgrades are cheaper, we get the full value of Hephaestus. That's pretty cool. And we also get almost unraidable villagers with the Plenty Vault. I say almost, because the Plenty Vault can obviously be stolen away. But yeah, it's unlikely to happen. And now Oranos is on Heroic Age with Thea, and he's now getting all the cavalry upgrades to build the Contarius. And we are currently checking the whole map. And one cool thing you can do, I don't know if I said it already, but you can take your Achilles, for example, and just, oh, wrong player, and just play with attack move, and just attack move into this corner. And then Achilles or any other unit will walk this way and attack any unit in its way. And it's a very, very nice way to clear the sidelines and the corners of the map from oracles. This is what we do here. So yeah, I would advise you to do this against the Klienten at all times. The poor guy dies. And we put another sky passage down. Got an oracle here. And now we build a couple Protromus because we expect Contarius. But honestly, if you go Hephaestus FM, you could maybe just move into Hoplites and Peltests. Check out this economic upgrades. Check out ours, should also be basic. Yep. And now we soon hit Mystical Age. And then we can place down the Plenty Vault and get the cheap armory upgrades. So now, once we get Mystic, our opponent is kind of on a timer. There we chased a bird with our Chiron. Headshot. And now we are Mystic and now we place down the Plenty Vault. And this will give us, together with Vault of Rebus, we now get 6 gold per second and 4 wood and 4 food per second. And this equals about to like, say almost 15 villagers that we have now gathering in our base. There comes a little raid. I clicked the town bell, which is a little bit overdue in my opinion. I should have just manually housed those villagers. And now he attacks, which I think is kind of the right idea. I'm not sure if it matters at this point anymore. But he's now on a timer because I have those armories and have all the upgrades running in. And soon we go from the first line of upgrades to bronze and then to iron upgrades. So it's a bad situation now being Oranos, because he now has to do something, but I'm not sure he can at this point. And we take this fight because we don't really mind binding his resources. Like if we take this fight in a kind of even, then we are ahead because in the back of it we are still running all the cheap upgrades. Now I will speed this up a little bit. And this is the Ares aggression build, and the main part is to do the plenty vault strategy, but distribute your villagers to 8 to food, 4 to wood, 3 to gold, 2 to favor, then add more to food, between 3 to 5, and then add some to gold and then some to favor. And basically the whole build you wanna, in the beginning, you wanna keep, you wanna just have 4 on wood and the rest distributed among other resources, so that you can spam out a lot of Hippicon and Hippotis and Cyclops. So yeah, this is the game. Hope you liked it. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.